the kitchen, another day in the kitchen. Yeah, today's recipe is banana bread. Right here I have my ingredients up here. I've never cooked banana bread before, but it's my first time. So I grabbed the ingredients from somewhere and added my own little twist to it. But it's pretty much standard. You know, 3 bananas, the sugar, eggs, the oil. But as you see, we'll be following this recipe the whole way through. And at the bottom I have, get creative. You know, you can add your own stuff into it. So, let us begin. Right here I have all my ingredients laid out. You know, right in front of me. You know, everything's handy. You know, my recipe sheet right there, so we can strictly follow that. And, you know, trying to stay a little creative right there. When I mean creative, you add your twist to it. I have cocoa powder there. I actually have sprinkles, you know, but starts off with getting 3 bananas, you know, overly ripe. That tends to be what makes the best banana bread. Here, as you see, you know, smashing them down. Got to pulp them out a little bit. This doesn't take long, you know, as you see I'm using a fork. So it's not a real tasking, you know, thing to do. Then we start adding our ingredients. We add sugar. There it is. I mean, you can add a little bit more sugar than the ingredients call for to make it sweeter. You can add brown sugar to give it a little bit of a different sweetness to it. Right now we're sticking pretty much to the standard recipe. Myself, like I said, I do get creative. Whoa, watch out there, egg. There we have it. Add it straight to the mix, or to be mixed. Yeah, look at that. A nice floury bowl right there. A little bit of vegetable oil. You know, we try to stick to the numbers with that. And this whole time, you know, you have all of your ingredients fanned out in front of you, or easily accessible. I mean, if we were on TV or professionals, I'd have little jars or serving jars with the right amount of ingredients there so I could just pick up and pour. But that's not the case here. So we're going to mix this up very, very nice. Now the whole thing is you don't want to over mix it to where it's really soupy. You still want to have it kind of, as they say in the South, al dente. I heard that from my cousin Vinny. You know, date myself there. They wanted their grits al dente. Milk does a body good. So, as you see me mixing my ingredients and getting everything together, this video is more or less about making banana bread, and I'm making it in the oven and in the air fryer, kind of a side by side. Now the difference is between the two is I'm doing a full pan in the oven. I wanted to do a quarter pan in the air fryer, just to kind of give an idea of, whoa, watch out there, spoon. Yeah, we're gonna lose that thing there. You know, just to kind of to give an idea of just how long and the difference in the time it takes to actually make this. You know, the air fryer versus the oven. Sticking to the script. You know, add your little bit of vanilla. One thing I did notice, the air fryer is 10 times faster. I will say that. I have a video I'm going to put out when I actually did biscuits in the air fryer. And the biscuits called for 18 to 20 minutes. I cooked them in 6 minutes. No problems. And added cheese to them. But let me stick to what we're doing here. Yeah, we don't want any added ingredients that we don't need in there, as you can see. there it is. Get that vanilla flavor. Me myself, I have a little bit of cinnamon to give it like that little bit of cinnamon kick. And the thing is, yeah, I'll call that about 2-3 pinches. Cinnamon can be overpowering, just like pumpkin can be overpowering. You can throw pumpkin in there too. So if you're making banana bread, let's say right around Halloween time, you know, to be really festive, you can add pumpkin to it. Same thing here. With these extra ingredients, you really want to be sparing because they can tend to be overpowering. So you do a little dash here, dash there until you get your consistency, or after you've made it enough to where you know how much you really need. So there's our mixed product right there. And from here, we're basically ready to start putting it into the pan. Oh! Creativity at its finest. Look at what we have there. We have some sprinkles. Some of you guys call them jimmies. Some call them sprinkles. Hey, in the comments, leave it down below what you call it. I know up north we call them sprinkles. But me, I call them jimmies. You know, so I have my little tin pan there. You definitely want to grease that. A little bit of spray oil. Yeah, we don't want the bread sticking to the pan. And that spray oil does make a big difference, and the spray oil doesn't actually burn when you're cooking it, so you won't have burnt sides. So here we go, making the full pan. Yeah, get all that in there. Oop. Yes. Looks like soup. Gonna turn out good. Oh. Thanks, Steve, for giving us a thumbs up. So this guy's going into the oven. It calls for an hour. Baking at, I believe, 350 degrees preheated. As you can see, my oven has been preheated. And into the furnace it goes. Watch out, Hansel and Gretel. Alright, spray up another one of these bad boys, and this is where we're going to put just enough in there to give us like a quarter. I meant to do more, but I kind of put a little too much in the other one, but it is what it is. Just enough to show that we can cook in the air fryer in less of time. I won't stick on the less of time part because we're not doing a full pan. If I did a full pan, definitely it would be a real side-by-side, but this is just an illustration on the fact that you can cook and bake in the air fryer. As you can see, I'm more partial to using the Chefman air fryer or any that are similar to it that has the racks, because it'd be hard to do this with the bucket type. So here we're at 350 degrees. And with that 350 degrees, we're on the baking button, and that's the standard for that. Just to give you an illustration on that, the air fryer does have its own baking button, and I believe it's 20 minutes at 350, and it does cook super fast. I mean, because you have the rolling air, dry air going through. I mean, I've actually done toast in this also, but just to give you guys a look-see. There we go. And so far, I believe it started at 25 minutes. We're 3 minutes deep. You can see that it started cooking already. Yeah, you know, the whole thing of using right there with the toothpick. Stick it with the toothpick, and if anything comes up off of it, that means it's still not done. Alright, that's our second check. And it's looking good. You can see there was a little light spot right there. Back in the oven you go. Alright, alright. So we pulled it out at 350 degrees. That was 17 minutes. 17 minutes left. So correction, the default is 350 degrees at 30 minutes. And as you've seen, we're at 17 minutes, so we were 13 minutes in on cooking. 13 minutes, and that's where we're at. That is complete at 13 minutes. We only did a quarter loaf there. Let's see if I can break it apart. You can see the inside completely done. I'm tasting that right now. Look at that. Alright, let's go back over to the oven. You know, our hour is up. We're ready to pull this bad boy out. And that hour might not be enough. You know, sometimes you might have to stick in there or keep in there a little bit longer. You know, as you're baking. You know, nothing's an exact science when it comes to baking or cooking in general. There we go, the toothpick test. Oop, almost lost him. Nothing's coming up on the stick. And there's our finished product. Look at that, that's beautiful. Yeah, let's take a little piece of that out. Cook thoroughly, yes. Cook thoroughly all the way through.